Okay, good morning everyone. Namaskar. So yesterday it was proposed that we will all read the article Travel Light by Babuji Maharaj. I hope you all read. Yeah. No, maybe? No one read it. You read it? Okay. He puts it very nicely and very simply that when we board a train, we can make our own personal journey as well as the journey of others with us traveling in the same compartment a comfortable one only if we carry less baggage. In some of the trains in India, especially in deeper parts of India, they will bring goats in the compartment. They'll bring all kinds of stuff, vegetables for sale, etc. So much of junk with them. For them, it is valuable. And we also, on our onward travel towards the destination, God realization, merger, I think travel itself will not happen. Forget traveling or even starting the journey. In Sahajmarg, we have a very special feature called Yatra. Yatra is also travel. In Sahajmarg, this Yatra is all about moving from the heart, which is considered as the first point, and then we move on slowly with their grace to the final destination, the 13th point. And then onward journey still continues. It's an infinite journey, you see. When we move from here to Tadipatri and Tadipatri to some other place, Nandyal, and we keep calculating 3 hours. Oh my God, how am I going to travel these dusty roads? A lot of heat. And we get tired by the time we reach there. But now we're talking of infinite journey, see. But unlike the physical journey, such inner journeys are not full of tiredness. They're full of joy actually. There is a total invertendo when we travel inward. Proportion to which we lighten ourselves. We let go of our burden of samskaras. We let go of our fancies, likes and dislikes, our guilt, all kinds of baggage that we carry. We must drop it off once and for all. And how it can be done? Again, the hints are given in that article. Babuji says that when you have so much of baggage and you are embarking on a train journey, what do? We give it in the last compartment where it is booked. For our sake, extra baggage is kept there, valuables we carry in our pockets, that's all. The larger baggage are kept with somebody else, uncomfortable ones, bothersome ones. In Sahaj Marg, once and for all, we should give up our burden, surrender it, surrender the burden, and free ourselves from this burden. It is only a mental process. All kinds of burden that we carry is only at that level. So it's a mental submission. Of course, it has to be done heartfully, with willingness. If you say, I have to do, oh my God, I have to do, I can't, I should not, things like that, see. I love ice cream so much, how can I get rid of such a beautiful burden? There are so many things we like in our lives, but once we give this, we have to get rid of everything. It does not mean that we lead a sort of a dry life. No. We perform our duties as best as we can, remaining unattached to whatever we do. We are not going to become sannyasis and forget our married life. Not at all. But to lead a proper grahastha life, see, proper in every sense, which a husband and wife duly deserve their enjoyment. Masters don't forbid us that don't do this. No, nothing of that sort. Or don't eat laddus. They don't say that. Whatever you do it in constant remembrance, you see. Let us see when the burden is lightened of a particular character, particular type of samskara, or the loads are removed. Just giving you one example. Let us see the load that is fixated or settled on the second point. If they prefer or if they choose, they can remove it. But they need our cooperation. The soul journey will automatically jump to the second point. It is not that the soul travels there. It is made to move by creating the space there. In physical world, the travel is from one place to another place. We go from place to place. In spirituality, first the station, the next station is prepared, and then we are propelled. It automatically pulls us there. Nobody is pushing from bottom. It like that, the ultimate, the Lord Himself is waiting for us, like a big magnet is trying to pull us towards Him. But our weight is so much that we are there is a competition between God and ourselves. We are the only people who are delaying our own travel, our journey. Look at it from a different perspective. When we have such a journey, let us see that you go beyond liberation. It means what? The train is not coming back now, see. It's a one-way direction, you're not returning back. That's a very blessed situation where our masters can take us beyond liberation. Of course, it's a very small step in Sahaj Marg. There are many souls seated here who have already made it, I would say, to that level. But we have to go much, much higher, much beyond all that, see. And when we have this one-way ticket, and when we have to say goodbye to our near and dear ones, at some point in life, it is best to think that you are going to go off only now, next moment. As per the wisdom of Babaji Maharaj, it says, lead your existence, your life in such a way that you're going to kick the bucket the very next moment. You're going to die the very next moment. So when such is the case, everything that I do must be complete. I cannot think of attaining liberation while having done the incomplete job back here. See, I cannot go to the 5th class unless I have done my job or homework in the 4th class very well. It's simple as that. See, I must do my duties very well. If I hurt my parents, make peace with them. Not knowing when that travel in the different world will come, I must do it now, here and now, at this very moment. Make peace with them. Make peace with your dear and near ones. I cannot lead a peaceful life, life full of lightness and joy, at the same time carrying guilt, it will tear us apart. It will not make us move from one moment to the next moment in a real sense. Of course, time passes, but we will not move from one dimension to another dimension. And finally, when there is a quantum leap, it cannot happen with even when we have two samskaras left. Babaji Maharaj said central religion is very easy. But even when you have the desire to have a spiritual emancipation, for example, or you want to you have so many spiritual desires. I want to do this, I want to change the world, I want to do. Then forget central religion. See. It happens only when we are absolutely surrendered with zero desire in our heart. In his wisdom, he says more and more of less and less, more and more of less and less of samskaras, more and more of less and less to the extent of zero burden, zero luggage with us. So, how can I afford to have a little desire? And this state of desirelessness comes only when we are courageous enough to surrender to the great master and say, let thy will be done. Whatever you do is fine. Then we are liberated altogether from everything. We can continue doing our business, our studies, looking after family in the best possible way as he directs. In his remembrance, you see. The whole life becomes such a joyful thing, see. Because now you don't have to worry about anything. He is the one who is going to direct our lives. But we have to allow them to do it, see. When we go on to travels, and when we know we're not coming back, what should be our attitude? Would you think of the money that you gave to someone? Oh, so when am I going to collect it from this guy? I gave 10,000 rupees 10 days back. See? It's gone, let it be gone. See, Lalaji says, when you give something to somebody, give as if it's not going to come back, or don't think of giving. You may be liberated, for example, and you say, okay, I will not be worrying about this thing. But that poor fellow will have to worry that this guy is gone now, he's liberated. How am I going to return this? That is his problem now, see. That is his samskara. He'll have to unload it somehow, in some manner, with a prayerful heart to God. And now the person who gave me this, did this favor, is no more there. How am I going to return this debt? Only through God. See. Our gratitude, our thankfulness, everything, it circulates through Him and Him alone. See. That's why absolute love for the one who loves all. See. And that is God. In our Sahaj Marg Sanstha, we give so much of importance to the masters. Again, the reasons are given in the same article. It's easy to surrender to such an individual. And it must not be artificial. It should not be because I'm incapable of leading my life and say, okay, now you handle it. Jobless fellow will say, okay, master, it's your job now to feed me. That is not true surrender. This is escapism. See. I must do my duty fully well, absolutely well. In everything that I do, I must excel. In everything. I'm not trying to compete with anyone. I must excel in everything that I did yesterday. I must be better today. This is the demand of a spiritual path. It is not the master wants it like that or Sahajmarg wants it like that. If I have to go to the next step, I have to let go of the first step. Next step is already calling me. But I am so comfortable with the first step. Why should I go to the next step? I'm very comfortable. Then the problem starts. The comforts and wherever we are is a curse. It will not make us think of the next step. Most people, especially Sahajmargis, would notice this, that friend circles around us, those who are not meditating, they have a very steady life. Have you noticed that? The couple is so happy together. At least when you observe them from a distance, they don't have much panga. They don't have to get up every Sunday morning and come and. They are so peaceful. Why? This is only apparent, and most of our people, they're always on the go. Every day your inner canvas, inner thing keeps on changing. You are always on the go, always on a travel. Only Sahajmargis can afford to do such a thing. See? And that's why we are always on the edge. Have you noticed this? Your friends are comfortably sitting without any problem. They say, I have to meditation, look, live like us. Because their inner change is not there. They don't have to constantly go on adjusting themselves with their inner emotional state. While we, at every moment, our masters keeps on working on us so that we move from one level to another level. Travel is always there. The spiritual journey is the most important journey. If you don't love it, this travel becomes a torture. If you love it, then you cannot live without traveling. Because travel itself becomes such a joy for us. That's why Babuji Maharaj, in one of his Urdu couplet, I will repeat it to you. He said, राहे तलब में ऐसे बेखबर हो गए, मंजिल पे आके मंजिल को ढूंढते हैं ऐसे. They were so engrossed, absorbed in the travel, they're enjoying it so much that even when they reach their destination, they are still looking for it. Most of us are like that. See? We have found the path, we are enjoying it so much that even when we have reached our destination, we don't know where we are. See? We are still looking for our master inside our heart. See? When the heart is so convinced that I am at home, you are at home. What else are you looking for? To feel constantly that you are at home, even when you are in so many different places traveling, that's a true spiritual state. Again, here comes the invertendo in place, you see. In the worldly sense, you keep traveling and your home is always somewhere. In Anantapur, see. But in the spiritual world, you can be traveling so many places and you will always be at one place in your heart. And that's a beautiful state to experience, that nothing troubles us. Whether you're in Tadipatri or you're in Guntur or you're in Vijayawada or you're in New York, it's the same thing. It does not matter where you are. Constantly, as Lord Krishna would put it, in a state of Sthit Pragya. Travel doesn't bother yours. You carry 10 kilo luggage or 10 ton luggage. He is carrying it. Why am I worried about it? In fact, a time should come I should be able to carry more and more tons of weight as per their wish. Life takes a big turn, see. Once we surrender, all these sanskaras, they don't play much part in it, in our life. It is his headache now, see. So art of living is nothing but this, how well we can get rid of samskaras with a truer understanding from the heart, the role of the master in our life. I think that's all I need to share, and happy to announce we have today 5 new preceptors.